we've got another History Arcade.
History Arcade, not Mystery Arcade.
A subgenre of Mystery Arcade.
What?
A sub... Go. Poppy has no wisdom for you in this regard.
Periscope. Turbines. Red light. Nuclear missiles.
No, we're not doing that. We are doing a game that my mother, and by extension your mother...
Yes. Our shared mother.
Our shared mother. References whenever we cross the road.
Do we often cross the road with mother these days?
When we frequently cross the road with mother.
Yes.
Why are we calling her mother? Why do we sound like a bunch of Cambridge kids?
We sound like the computer from...
Mother!
Alien. Or
So,
we sound like Ash.
the game in question. Is it going to run in a window? No, it's not.
Yay! It's Frogger!
Frogger, everybody.
I love this game.
Let me check
I'm
that it's recording.
terrible at this game.
It's recording, yay!
And this is not the Pants Frogger as well. This is the original. Oh, there's two.
What's the Pants Frogger?
They've made millions of versions of them that are all different, and it's badgers trying to get across the road, or
Exactly.
squirrels or things.
This is a extremely highly copied game, much like Space Invaders.
Look
We're going
how
to reference Space Invaders in every single episode I've decided.
Cool they are.
This is a great title screen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want to know the reason why... Oh, that's a bit...
Ooh.
Metamorphosis. Do you want to know the reason why these title screens are always animated, by the way? There's two reasons for it.
Is it because it would be boring if they weren't?
That's one reason. It's to get people to come and play it by showing them a demo of the game.
Yep.
The second reason is to stop CRT burning. Because if you're not aware, if you leave a still image on a CRT screen, as would be used in the arcades back in this era, if you leave a still image on a CRT for too long, it gets stuck on the screen, and then you've got to ruin the CRT. You see that a lot in airports. I've seen it quite often. In fact, that pizza place near you,
Yeah.
it happened on their telly. You sort of got a constant reminder of the radio station that they've always got on.
I've seen it before.
Yes. So, that was to combat that problem. Anyway, shall we play some Frogger?
Let's please play some Frogger.
Away you go. Frogger's got some really good music, by the way. It doesn't shut up.
Ah! Yes.
So, the trick is to
Avoid the cars.
avoid the cars and avoid the water, even though you're a frog. Must be a hydrophobic frog.
Ah!
And if you can, try and eat the flies in the little alcoves there. But the main goal is to just get your frogs back home. And if you see a bright pink frog,
Oh.
fall in the water.
Skull and crossbones.
Yes. If you see a bright pink little frog, pick it up, it'll land on your back, and then you get extra points when you bring it home. So try and get the fly if you can.
Which fly?
The fly that appears in the little homes here. It appears random. There's one, look. A bright red fly.
Oh.
You're doing very poorly.
I've got 3 frogs. I'm on a...
Yes, you are indeed on a...
Oh, what?
I don't know what happened there. You should have... Unless
No.
they went under while you were jumping.
4th place? Who's got 4 million points?
Let's just give you a load of money. We're rich. This is the good thing about playing emulated arcade cabinets.
Now,
Got as much money as you like. Go on.
the road section is easy. I can go back and forth across there all day.
Yeah. It's the water that's difficult.
Yeah.
Now, I want to know the logistics of this place. What kind of hellish cyberpunk landscape is this? You've got what appears to be a 6-lane highway where people are going in opposite directions incredibly slowly.
It's clearly 2049.
2049 indeed it is. So are they all flying? Is it the flying frog?
Yeah.
Is this why it can't go in the water? Because it's actually an android.
It's a big frog, isn't it?
It's a massive
Whoa!
frog. Or they're very small cars.
It's a froglicant. The hardest ones to get are the left 2 slots.
Yes, which is why you want to try and get them first. Get the pink frog. Pink frog is friend. Pink frog requires rescuing. Now. There you go, you get extra points for that. Good stuff.
Well, look how easy that is to get across there.
Yeah. I also want to know what's going on in this highway that requires so many diggers to be going in one direction.
And the diggers look like they are driven by or owned by Buzz Lightyear.
Yes. And there's also Formula 1 cars racing across the highway. It's a bizarre situation. And then you've got this river right next to the...
With logs. Must be
Oh, just too late.
Must be a logging facility somewhere.
Let me have a go. Yeah, because there's logs going down the stream. Maybe it's a bit like The Hobbit, except with logs instead of barrels of wine. Sort of send the logs down the river. Which, incidentally, is what they do in crisp factories to move the massive.
So when was this? When was this released?
1982. 1982. 2. Yes, 1982.
So graphics has come a long way in the 2 years since Pac-Man.
This is true. This is the rapidly changing pace of technology, and like I said, arcades were at the forefront.
And presumably.
Oh, I've got a. Did you see that red frog I had on?
Yeah.
That was weird.
The sound effects as well has changed quite a lot because the music in Pac-Man, well, wasn't any.
Yeah. Well, this is an important point because you'll remember that Space Invaders was the first game to have any music.
Yeah. Oh, look, a crocodile.
And so having background music on a game was a very novel thing. So that's a good point you raised there. I didn't even think of that. Ooh, careful,
And this music is far in advance of Space Invaders' simple music.
Exactly. It's
When-
jangly.
When is Tetris released?
Tetris was released in 1984.
So the music again advances.
Now that's a different story though, because Tetris was original.
Ah.
Tetris we may get onto another day, but I will just quickly mention, since we're on the topic, and since I'm wiping the floor with you when it comes to Frogger, because look, I've beaten my own high score there. Tetris was originally designed for a very obscure Russian computer by a Russian man named Alexei Pajitnov. So that was incredibly basic to start with. It wasn't until it came to the Game Boy that it had any music.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, look! Crocodiles, what are they doing? Thank you. Now, the problem here, wouldn't the crocodile still come and eat the frog? It's not gone away. Go on, go on. Oh, there's snakes now. So it gets progressively more difficult. He's even dying on the road now.
Oh!
Well, there you go. So that's the arcade version of Frogger. Do
Okay,
you like that game?
I like that game, even though it's difficult.
What did you
it's
do?
Still
You made it go window mode. How did you do that?
pressed enter.
This is good news.
I enjoyed it. I enjoy it a lot. I like Frogger. I've always enjoyed Frogger.
So we're moving on now to the Atari 2600 version of Frogger.
Where's
So
my?
this will have been released in the same year. I just F1. Oh, okay. You can pick your level. Okay, that's interesting. Do you want to start on level 1?
Yes.
Okay. And there you are. There's your frog. Notice it's still got the... That's interesting. It's not moving.
My frog is immobile.
Now it's moving. There you go. I don't know why it started moving then. Was there music? Is there music?
Not anymore.
Is there sound?
There's sound.
Okay. What's the sound like?
Terrible.
Now notice the flickering thing is still a problem.
Yeah.
But it's not as big a problem as it was in Pac-Man because you can see the logs there.
It's only a problem when you are on the log.
Yeah, when they've got to draw two things in the same spot, it becomes a problem.
Right. Okay.
Which I can kind of let them off for.
Yeah.
But you'll note that those three logs are the same
What?
object, as it were.
Yeah. I saw that.
So is that line of cars. So that's interesting. So how does this feel compared to the arcade version? Let's say you're let's go back to the 6-year-old 1982. You've got your Atari VCS or 2600, however you want to call it, and you've gone to Blockbuster, and you've rented this game. You've gone to Blockbuster with Dad. Would you be impressed?
If this was all I had, I would be disappointed.
But you'd still play
because the version of Pac-Man was far better than this.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Let me have a go.
I don't like the sounds in this.
Flipping hell.
The turtles are no longer turtles. I appreciate that it's difficult because the graphics on the arcade one were very technically advanced.
Mm-hmm.
But these seems like it was rushed.
Right, I can see where you're coming from.
In order to get it to work. Does
Yes.
that make sense?
Well, it may have been the case that this might well have been rushed for Christmas.
Ah, yes.
Which happens...
Every year.
Yes. Does it really? No.
Around this time.
Oh dear.
Yeah, if I would be happy to have this, but it's not as nice to play as the other Pac-Man was.
That's a surprising thing. You've still got the flies, so they've actually brought along most of the elements.
Yeah,
from the
everything's
arcade game.
there.
You've still got the little frog that you can catch.
But
You know.
in terms of, because I'm a visual person, in terms of looks, if I'd been to the arcade and played Pac-Man and then came home and played that other Pac-Man, I can get it. It doesn't look the same, but it's still kind of Pac-Man.
Is it
This
serviceable?
looks so different because everything is so simple.
You see, the problem I'm having in terms of gameplay is that all the logs and things, they're all too... what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, they're all in a line, aren't they?
Yeah.
So once that big log in the middle has gone, it'll come back.
Yes.
And it's sort of on a loop. Whereas in the original, it seemed a bit more random, as it were. It may have still been calculated, and it may have still been the same as it is here, but it just felt a bit more random, so it felt like you had more of a chance.
Yeah.
And the problem there is that the second row of turtles and the first row of logs, they don't really quite match up to the extent that you can get to the far left one.
Yeah.
You probably saw me struggling with that a little bit. Do you want another go?
Yeah. I'm going to attempt to...
I'm assuming you have to wait for the musical sting to come.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
Not that I can hear it, but... Actually, the frog looks a little bit like a spider when you go into left or right.
It's definitely...
Oh dear.
What happened there?
I think the turtles fell in the water. Now what?
I can't move at all.
Oh dear, he's given up. Even he doesn't like this game.
Yeah, even the game hates itself.
Great.
Have I got a time limit at the bottom?
I think so, but you had that in the original.
Yes, I suppose.
Go on. You were saying something.
I don't know.
Spider frog.
Yeah, it's got a very Space Invaders look.
I think this is a pretty competent arcade port, to be honest. It may be that it's awkward to play and it's not anywhere near as responsive or fluid as the original.
Yeah, it performs. That's not the issue.
Oh! Well, if I'd known that, you could just go off the side of the screen and come back. Oh well, that makes things a darn sight easier. I wonder if they added that in at the last moment because they thought, oh, this is too difficult.
Unless they didn't mean to add it in at all.
Ha! I mean, that could be a possibility.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like it's far too precise with where it wants you to go.
You can't get in there at all. Impossible.
Yeah, it's like because you were within the square there, but it still didn't let you go in. It still killed you. So it is way too specific with where it wants you to jump.
Like I say, it plays fine, but it feels unfinished.
Yeah.
It feels like they could have done more to make it to make it a better user experience.
Indeed.
If I can use buzzwords, 2018 buzzwords for 1980s tech.
So, when you inevitably die, we will move on to the next version.
Huh? Inevitably die?
Yeah.
Am I going to walk the path?
Because you're mad.
Oh!
See? You even killed a baby frog.
Well,
So
thank you. Now I feel fantastic.
So that was the arcade version.
Hang on. Is the big log just the little log stretched out?
It could well
Look
be.
at the pattern.
Yes. It may well be that it's just two of them stuck together. Yep.
No, look at it.
Yep.
He's literally just stretched.
That, in fact, you may have maybe onto something there. It may well be the same graphic, just fiddled with. It may just be one graphic, which was a great way of saving space on the cartridge.
Yes.
Because they only had a handful of kilobytes to work with.
Kilobytes.
So here we have the Atari 8-bit version.
So
now,
this is the version of Pac-Man that I liked.
Yeah, so the 8-bit was quite a bit more powerful than the 2600.
Yeah, you can tell.
And a little fun fact for you, it was actually made into its own console, which I believe was the Atari 7800, which could also play 2600 games.
Right.
There
I
you go.
don't know if people will be able to hear us over this music.
So is the music? How's the music?
Better. A lot better.
Right.
It
It looks extremely fast.
It looks fast. It looks a lot better. The logs are clearly the same.
The logs are very green. There you go.
So I can use this now. Right.
There. I hope you can use that. There you go. Wow. Well, yeah. Already the graphics are very much closer to the arcade than the
much closer, but oh gosh,
it
it's
looks
very fast.
incredibly difficult though.
Ooh.
Like the logs are just like zooming by.
Oh, yeah. This is hard. This is like, well, because that version of Space Invaders was harder. It was faster, wasn't it? The 8-bit Space Invaders.
Which version are you talking about?
No, I can't move at all. Oh, game over.
Oh.
Just
press start to start again.
No, it wasn't that one I'm thinking of, was it?
Which one are you thinking of?
I was thinking of the green one that was really fast. The green Space Invaders.
The 2600 version?
No, the last one.
I don't know which one you mean.
The rubbish one.
The rubbish one? Which one are you on about?
We played 4 Pac-Mans, didn't we?
So you're on about Pac-Man and not Space Invaders?
I'm
crying out loud.
It's because the Space Invaders box is right there. Oh, when you go off the screen on this one, you die.
I think that's how it was in the original.
So, this is a lot faster.
It is too fast, I would say.
Yeah, it is a bit too fast. I'm struggling.
You seem to have skinned yourself.
Yep.
Graphically, it's a lot closer.
It's a lot, yeah. Still picked some very strange colours.
Well, that's because they only had a limited amount of colours to work with. So they had to choose wisely.
The tolerances of where you get hit is very... Oh!
The death animations are almost perfect.
The turtles look very good as well.
The turtles look great.
However, they do not have enormous girth.
On their back they hold the frog. I will just point out, and if we can change it, I don't know how, but it does say fast in the top right hand corner.
Yes, but presumably this is how people would have
I'm guessing so.
This is more frustrating than
Let me have a go.
other versions, I must say.
Oh goodness, yeah.
I don't think I would enjoy playing this either, unless you can reset the speed.
It's possible, but I don't know how you do it. Keep in mind this is no computer, so standards. There were no standards.
No. Oops, sorry.
People just did
bashed
whatever
my
they
mic.
felt like because gaming was so young and bedroom programming was a new thing, and people were
Yeah.
throwing crap at the wall and seeing what stuck. It'd be interesting to see who made this because it won't have been the original developers.
No.
I can see I can see someone getting used to it after a while.
Yeah,
but,
you could become proficient at it, but
it
then
just is way too fast.
but then you'd get to the arcade and you'd go,
this is way easy.
this is slow.
Yeah. So that's the Atari 8-bit version. I
Yep.
think I've seen enough of that.
It's not bad. It's okay.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that if I was in 1982 and
Yeah.
brought it home.
So again, this is your kind of higher end.
Yeah, this would have cost you... Well, the computer would have cost you more, the game perhaps a bit less. Because console games were cheaper.
Yeah.
Whereas computer games were just stuck on tape or floppy disk. And so they were a lot cheaper to produce, therefore they were a lot cheaper to buy.
Yes.
You're racking up quite a score there. We'll run through this set of lives and then we'll move on to the next version. So, you mentioned the music, didn't you? Yep, game over. Come on.
Yep.
We should move on. Frogger.com. So this is another PC boot again.
So this would have come on a floppy disk.
Whoa!
Oh my
Okay, it's
word.
way too fast.
Let's try it.
Hang on, no.
Oh.
There we go. That's more like it would have been. There you go. So you have to use the keyboard for this. I think you're straight in, so just go for it. No? Maybe not. No.
Technical difficulties, folks. Bear with us. Oh my gosh, I've turned into a praying mantis.
Okay, I see what's happening here.
What?
They've designed the controls very badly
Yes.
because they didn't take into account UK keyboards. Therefore,
Oh.
it would be them two, but that key is that key on this keyboard.
Right. So, if A and Z are forward and backward.
Let's double team this.
So, I'm going to go forward.
I'm over. Okay, how do we start again? That's a good question. Oh! Emma.
She wouldn't be able to do this.
So you're going forward and backward and I'm going left and right,
Yeah.
is that right?
So, I'm going to
Annoyingly,
go forward,
the
left.
key is on the right hand side for me. I'm using at and grav.
And I'm using A to go forward and Z for backwards. So, forward, 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 forward.
So if you had a
Oh!
dear, good lord. Go on, go. So if you had a 386 IBM compatible PC back in 1982, this is what you'd be.
What did you do?
Because left is on right and right is on the left.
Swap hands.
No, how? Alright, fine.
I like that when you get into your hole, you turn into a...
We're doing terrible. Go, 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 go.
Oh. So this game sucks.
This is a terrible version.
Don't play this version of Frogger.
Yeah.
It looks horrible. It plays horrible.
It smells horrible.
You turn into a praying mantis when you win, and you turn into a starfish when you die.
Go. Go.
We're kind of getting there now, aren't we?
Yeah. The logistics of this are shocking.
Oh, sorry.
I think we should give up on this one.
No, we got to
This one's a
win.
washout. Can you
We
do
can
it
do
without
this.
me turning left and right at all?
Wait. Oh, there's a croc. Rats. Yeah! Right, one more. Come on, we can do
We've got
this.
more participation points. I'm just gonna.
No!
We're fine.
I can't do this alone.
I'm. No.
Right, stop.
The responsiveness is very, very poor. I will just add. It does seem like they have played it a decent amount though. They've sort of got some of the nuances in
This
there,
is
like-
better than the Pac-Man version of
It actually
this.
is, yes.
Even though it doesn't look like it is.
We'll just leave that to run out.
Yeah.
I don't fancy playing that anymore.
Now, the music's a lot worse as well.
Is it bad?
Yeah. Very, very simple sounds.
Oh dear. Is
Horrible.
it PC speaker?
What's the noise of the jumping? It's just like a little mouse hiccup.
Yeah. PC speaker.
Yeah, not
Fun.
very good.
So that just about concludes our episode of Frogger.
Awesome.
Which was your favourite version outside the arcade version? So we had the Atari version, which was competent but a little bit awkward to play. We had the Atari 8-bit version, which was way too fast, but it was otherwise quite impressive. And then you got this.
I'm going to say the 8-bit version because it looks most like the original. And yeah, it's a bit fast, but you could get used to it.
Yeah, and it does play more like the original.
So again, the 8-bit version wins.
Yes. The 8-bit version, the 8-bit is doing incredibly well so far.
You know, you need some.
We need a scoreboard.
We need a scoreboard, and we need cheering. No, a cheering sound effect.
Yes. 8-bit wins. So we've got. It just keeps.
Maybe we should put it out of his misery and turn it off.
Maybe it's like that spider in Doctor Who. It keeps suffocating.
Oh yes.
Yes. Let's.
Yes, if anyone's listening in the future, you will have totally missed this.
So that was Frogger.
That was fun.
And that is the end of our History Arcade episode for today. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
Yes, cheerio.
Bye.
Bye.
It's good night from him.
And good night from me.
Goodbye.
Bye.